Hello, good morning. This is Scott. This is the meditation live stream. Welcome. I hope that you're doing well. Here on my channel, we work with a integration technique of your different dimensions of yourself, your body, emotion, mind, and relational dimension. And because awareness is an important ingredient in life, what it does is it allows these areas of our being to develop and grow. And when we become more whole, more integrated, we become healthier and more able to access the present moment. And this moment, this presence, is multidimensional. And there's a lot of work out on the internet, and this channel is a place where you can develop the different dimensions of yourself through practice. Today we'll go for about 50 or so minutes. And I like to do a brief talk, and then we'll get into the guided practice. So I've been speaking a lot about healing this past week, and the different components, or not often talked about components of healing. And one of the things that has come, or that I think about quite often for the past year, is about authority. And in the older periods of time, there were only certain people that could read, and they were looked to as authorities. And we valued people with knowledge. We valued, kind of in a hierarchical way, the different domains of knowledge, and we look to those people as trusted sources. And I think in today's world we are overcome with a kind of propaganda where we are given information that is not necessarily the truth, and for good reason. And when we look at the way or the nature of division in life, people are divided now in ways that they weren't 10 years ago. And I think a unifying feature, or a kind of way, or like a remedy of division, is to practice in life ways in which you resonate with what is shared with yourself and others, and learn to inhabit other perspectives, learn to see the truth as well as the falsity in life, and to operate from a more holistic perspective, or a holistic way of like an operating system. You have like an operating system on your device, and what we're doing on my channel is installing awareness, like it was like an app that you open up, and then you run awareness on yourself. And that awareness is what allows you to be less disillusioned about the pain and the suffering induced by division, and to become a real change in your own life and the life of others. The light in you is not a light like the sun shines. It's a light that reveals. It's a light that reveals the truth. And in a dark room, the metaphor is, you look over in the corner and you can't tell in a dimly lit room if what is over there is dangerous or not, because it looks like a snake, like a coiled cobra. But when you turn the light on, you can see that no, it was just a rope. And that's the metaphor of misunderstanding, of deferred danger, or distorted perspective on what is real. And the more of us, quote unquote, that turn the light on, the more the darkened room is lit. And that way we're able to see more of what is real. And you have to take less and less into account the perspectives of so-called experts, and take more stock in the perspective of your own awareness. You can judge for yourself, so to speak. And this is the gift of practice that allows us to perceive the world and utilize our judgment in a way in which we navigate life a little bit easier and a little bit better for ourselves and others. And I think that this is very powerful. I call it soft power, but I don't think it's always a catchy term, you know? I think it's more of a power of the small things in your life that you do or that others do that are genuine, that come from an authenticity, rather than I have to do this, or I'm supposed to do this to look in a certain way, or I'm virtue signaling to be seen in a certain light. It's more the genuine, operation of something coming from someone's heart or their soul. And they don't have to be large gestures, They can be small, yet noticeable gestures that you pay attention to. And those are the ones I think that unite us in ways that you don't see. Those aren't televised on YouTube or, live streamed. Those are different sort of acts of grace that when they accumulate, they form what I'm saying about this light being turned on in us and connecting us. So that being said, today we'll start with a practice with but first we'll do the Donna Eden technique. Make sure your feet are crossed at your ankles. You take your hands together like this, pull them up into your chest, and we'll do deep breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth. Very good for balancing both sides of your energy body. We'll do 3 more. Great. And then coming out of that and making sure to flick away from your body. Awesome. And then tuning into your body, beginning with your eyes closed, beginning to feel the sensations of your body. Feeling the temperature, the tingling, the pulsing, a sense of presence and aliveness, openness. Allowing your breathing to be your usual way of breathing. You can feel the earth underneath your body, the connection, the contact of your body and the earth. You can begin now slowing down and softening as a process. So on the in-breath, feeling your body, and then on the out-breath, softening and melting down through your body like warm honey into the earth. And everything that the honey touches is like healing and cleansing and purifying as it melts down through your body and deep into the earth. And each breath wave you get a little bit closer to your body and melt just a little bit deeper into the earth. And each cycle of breath you get a little bit softer. Feeling your body on the in-breath melting down through your body on the out-breath. And you can, if you like, add in a pause at the end of the out-breath between the next in-breath. Just letting go, dissolving. Feeling your body on the in-breath, melting on the out-breath, then pausing, dissolving, letting go in the then breathing in again. good. And now you can bring your attention up into your heart, feeling your heart space. And then in-breath, breathing into your heart. And then on the out-breath, softening and expanding your heart. And just tuning into your heart chakra, or your physical heart, whatever feels correct for you. And then you can come in contact now with your emotions, noticing what is emotionally present for you right now. And without making your emotions right or wrong, good or bad, just allowing yourself to feel your feelings for a little bit in a shared space. You could be feeling any of the 5 main cardinal emotions giving your life direction, like anger, sadness, fear, joy, or shame. Or you could be feeling numb, too, which is a valid emotional experience. And we can always remember, if there's overwhelm, you can come back to feeling your body, your connection of your body to the earth underneath you, for grounding. Very good. And then now we can add in a pause on the in-breath, feeling your heart, out-breath, softening and expanding your heart. And then at the end of the out-breath, a pause between the next in-breath of letting go into the vast, open, spacious quality of your heart. And you can notice, too, that there's a kind of warmth there. attention up into your head, feeling your head now on the in-breath, and softening in and around your skull on the out-breath. If you like, you can imagine breathing directly into your third eye space between your eyebrows or your crown at the top of your head, whatever feels correct for you. And just feeling and softening in and around your skull. Often we carry a lot of tension in our head and we're not even aware of it. And so it's sort of like becoming aware of layers and just dissolving. Then you can begin to notice how busy or active your mind is. Sometimes in meditation we have lots of thoughts. Sometimes the mind is more peaceful. Either way, without making it right or wrong, just remaining uninvolved with your thoughts, allowing them to come and go. A good tip is to come back to feeling your head or your body in the earth for grounding, increasing the magnetism of your own feeling sense to come out of a thought and back to the present moment. And now for the last sort of 20 minutes or so of the meditation, we're going to practice with our eyes open. Gently opening your eyes and allowing the work we did to remain present and to not evaporate. And you can pick a location, maybe out a window rather than your screen to look at. And we're going to practice now feeling outside on the in-breath and then inside on the out-breath, and just noticing the difference. Feeling outside you and then inside you. Outside on the in-breath and then inside on the out-breath. It can be very useful to look at something natural, like of nature, like a tree or some kind of garden. In-breath, feeling outside. Out-breath, feeling inside you. Notice it might be easier to feel outside rather than inside, or vice versa. It might be easier to feel inside rather than outside, and that's normal. Just noticing what it's like for you and what you find when you explore. If you like, you can put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Right behind your front teeth, there's a little groove for the tip of your tongue. This helps with the energy circuit, completing the circuit that moves up the energy up the spine and then back down like a waterfall, the front of your body. You can do some orbits like that if you like. You breathe up your spine, and then at the top of the breath, and then back down the front of your body to the tip of your tailbone, and then back up your spine. and so on, like a cycle. Great, and then if you'd like, you can add in the super qualities, as I like to call them, of love, compassion, and gratitude to your practice. On the in-breath, feeling love, compassion, and gratitude all around you. And then on the out-breath, love, compassion, and gratitude towards yourself. And you can practice sending and receiving love, compassion, and gratitude to all those who will be on this video, practicing love, compassion, gratitude, and then back towards yourself. And we can never underestimate the healing power of these super qualities. such a practice like this can feel like you're a cup that is filling and emptying. Filling on the in-breath, love, compassion, gratitude. And then on the out-breath, love, compassion, gratitude towards yourself. Very good. And then from here, we can set our prayers and our intentions for the day. I'll be quiet now for a little bit and allow you to do yours. May this work that we do transform our life, offering up blessings like love, gratitude, compassion, and ripple out into the community. Amen. Well, that was really pleasant. Thank you so much for spending time with me, and wishing you a really great day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.